So before I move on here, Josh, obviously you've lived this, you've seen this. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think the one phrase that you guys could always kind of keep in the back of your mind is if you don't make time for it, it will make time for you. So like tracking your KPIs. If you're not tracking on a daily basis, the KPIs of budgeted versus actual hours of the guys in the field, you're not tracking that to save time now. I guarantee you 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, there's going to be one part of that to come back and bite you in the butt because you're not tracking it. You start to become reactive rather than what? Proactive, right? Some of you guys might be experiencing that now, like, oh shit, we've been, cutting Miss Smith's lawn for 2 months, 3 months already. And damn, like we're losing money on her, but it's been 3 months that that's been happening. So now this has now made time for you to focus on it. The other part of it is not blocking out your time. Like let's say for the firefighting part, right? That is the things that are extending your day to where you got to call the wife or the husband or miss the kid's game and say, oh, Johnny smashed into a wall or something, right? You're not strategically saying, well, hey, I know shit's going to hit the fan at some point, but that just becomes an extension of your day versus blocking it in here. If something doesn't happen at 8 a.m., start to work on that strategic stuff at that time so you're not completely missing out on the parts of the business that you need to be working in. And again, you become proactive rather than reactive. And I will personally tell you, it's much better that way.
Love it, Josh.
You keep a lot more of your hair too.
Easy if you're talking about my hairline. So the next piece we're diving into is literally the finance piece. So I guess in the early days of business, if I had $100,000 in the bank at that point, like we thought we were making money. I luckily through some of the college stuff and things, mentorship of doing the right things, I was very, very methodical of looking at our books at least once a week, running a profit and loss and knowing our expenses and our costs, but we knew what we needed to charge and what it cost us per hour break even. Just a cautionary tale though, after that divorce I talked about, I got back into nightclub DJing, was running around town like an idiot. And I got away from doing the finances every week because I knew if I had $100,000 to $120,000 cash in the bank, that's about where we laid and we were making money traditionally through the years. But what happened is the office staff, Tammy, Christine, and a couple of other girls in there really had a good handle on the receivables. And we were getting the money in well before the bills were due. So it wasn't until November that year we lost almost $70,000, maybe a little bit more. But we never saw it because the bills finally caught up when the receivables actually stopped going into the winter season. So luckily we were able to recover. We had a really good winter. But that's the cautionary tale. Like this is very, very important. So the first thing I want to look at is our labor. And if you're looking at your chart of accounts financially, gross profit margin is a good indicator. So if you're a fertilization and weed control company, 60% gross profit between 55 and 65, but 60 kind of lays in the middle are good guardrails.